Welcome to SHO APTV viewers. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India has issued fresh home isolation guidelines in the first week of March 2021 for the mild and asymptomatic COVID cases. We are bringing all these guidelines for the benefit of the SHO APTV viewers. Please go through the guidelines and be safe at your home isolation. Background of these guidelines. The guidelines are in supersession to the guidelines issued on the subject on 2nd July 2020. As for the guidelines, the patients who are clinically assigned to be mild or asymptomatic are recommended for home isolation. The asymptomatic cases are laboratory confirmed corona positive cases, not experiencing any symptoms and having oxygen saturation at room air of more than 94%. Clinically assigned mild cases are patients with upper respiratory tract symptoms like cold, dry cough, sore throat, low blood fever, etc. without shortness of breath and having oxygen saturation at room air of more than 94%. Patients eligible for home isolation are: the patient should be clinically assigned as mild or asymptomatic case by the treating medical officer. Such cases should have the requisite facility at their residence for self-isolation and for quarantining the family contacts. A caregiver should be available to provide care on 24/7 basis. A communication link between the caregiver and the hospital is a prerequisite for the entire duration of home isolation. Elderly patients aged more than 60 years and those with comorbid conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, lung disease, liver disease, kidney disease, cerebrovascular disease, etc. shall only be allowed home isolation after proper evaluation by the treating medical officer. Patients suffering from immune compromised status like HIV positive people, transplant recipients, cancer therapy, etc. are not recommended for home isolation and shall only be allowed home isolation after proper evaluation by the treating medical officer. The caregiver and all close contacts of such cases should take disease prevention prophylaxis as per protocol and as prescribed by the treating medical officer. In addition, the guidelines on home quarantine for the other members available at www.mohfw.gov.in or www.guidelinesforhomequarantine.gov.in. Instructions for the patient are: patient must isolate himself from other household members, stay in the identified room and away from other people in home, especially elderlies and those with comorbid conditions like hypertension, cardiovascular disease, renal disease, etc. Patients should at all times use a triple layer medical mask. Discard the mask after 8 hours of use or earlier if they become wet or visibly soiled. In the event of caregiver entering the room, both caregiver and the patient may consider using N95 mask. The patient should be kept in a well ventilated room with cross ventilation and windows should be kept open to allow fresh air to come in. Masks should be discarded only after disinfecting it with 1% sodium hypochlorite. Patient must take rest and drink a lot of fluids to maintain adequate hydration. Follow respiratory etiquettes all the time. Do not share personal items with other people. Frequent hand washing with soap and water for at least 40 seconds or clean with alcohol-based sanitizer. Ensure cleaning of surfaces in the room that are touched often, tabletops, door knobs, handles, etc. with 1% hypochlorite solution. Self-monitoring of blood oxygen saturation with a pulse oximeter is strongly advised. Pulse oximeter recording. Turn on the pulse oximeter. Ensure digits are visible in the screen. Insert middle finger correctly within the oximeter. Allow few seconds for the pulse oximeter to detect the pulse and display the oxygen saturation SpO2. Take the reading and fill in the monitoring chart. SpO2 should be 95% or above is normal. If SpO2 below 95%, then person should be immediately referred to the supervisor or medical officer. Clean finger with sanitizer or alcohol-based wipe for every person before use pulse oximeter. To avoid wrong readings, do not test on fingers with nail polish. The patient will self-monitor his or her health with daily temperature monitoring and report promptly. Thermal screening. Turn on the thermal gun and ensure it records correct temperature. Keep the thermal gun at the palm's distance, that is minimum 6 inches from the forehead, and press the button to record the temperature. Read the number on the screen and fill the reading in monitoring chart. Repeat this exercise for all members. Any temperature of 100.4 Fahrenheit or 38 degrees centigrade or greater is considered as fever. Clean thermal gun with sanitizer or alcohol-based wipe when the gun is handed over to someone else. Monitoring chart. This includes day of symptoms and time every 4 hourly, temperature, heart rate from pulse oximeter, SpO2 from pulse oximeter, feeling better, same or worse, breathing better, same, worse. Monitor your health for 10 days using the chart. Instructions for caregivers are: mask. How to wear a non-medical fabric mask safely. Do's: clean your hands before touching the mask. Inspect the mask for damage or of dirty. Adjust the mask to your face without leaving gaps on the sides. Cover your mouth, nose and chin. Avoid touching the mask. Clean your hands before removing the mask. Remove the mask by the straps behind the ears or head. Pull the mask away from your face. Store the mask in a clean plastic reasonable bag if it is not dirty or wet, and do plan to reuse it. Remove the mask by the straps when taking it out of the bag. Wash the mask in soap or detergent, preferably with hot water, at least once a day. Clean your hands after removing the mask. Donuts. Do not use a mask that looks damaged. Do not wear a loose mask. Do not wear the mask under the nose. Do not remove the mask where there are people within 1 meter. Do not use a mask that is difficult to breathe through. Do not wear a dirty or wet mask. Do not share your mask with others. The caregiver should wear a triple layer medical mask. N95 mask may be considered when in the same room with the ill person. Front portion of the mask should not be touched or handled during use. If the mask gets wet or dirty with secretions, it must be changed immediately. Discard the mask after use and perform hand hygiene after disposal of the mask. He or she should avoid touching own face, nose or mouth. Hand hygiene. How to hand wash? Wash hands when visibly soiled. Otherwise use hand rub. Duration of the entire procedure 40 to 60 seconds. Wet hands with water. Apply enough soap to cover all hand surfaces. Rub hands palm to palm. Right palm over left dorsum with interfaced fingers and vice versa. Palm to palm with fingers interfaced. Backs of the fingers to opposing palm and fingers interlocked. Rational rubbing of left thumb clasped in right palm and vice versa. Rational rubbing background and towards with clasped fingers on right hand in left palm and vice versa. Rinse the hands with water. Dry hands thoroughly with a single use towel. Use towel to turn off faucet. Your hands now are safe. Hand hygiene must be ensured following contact with ill person or his immediate environment. Hand hygiene should also be practiced before and after preparing food, before eating, after using the toilet, and whenever hands look dirty. Use soap and water for hands washing at least for 40 seconds. Alcohol-based hand rub can be used if hands are not visibly soiled. After using soap and water, use a disposable paper towels to dry hands to desirable. If not available, use dedicated clean cloth towels and replace them when they become wet. Perform hand hygiene before and after removing gloves. Exposure to patient or patient's environment. Avoid direct contact with body fluids of the patient, particularly oral or respiratory secretions. Use disposable gloves while handling the patient. Avoid exposure to potentially contaminated items in his immediate environment. For example, avoid sharing of cigarettes, eating utensils, dishes, drinks, used towels or blood linen, etc. Food must be provided to the patient in his room. Utensils and dishes used by the patient should be cleaned with soap or detergent and water wearing gloves. The utensils and dishes may be reused. Clean hands after taking off gloves or handling used items. Use triple layer medical mask and disposable gloves while cleaning or handling surfaces, clothing or linen used by the patient. Biomedical waste disposal. Effective waste disposal shall be ensured so as to prevent further spread of infection within household. The waste, masks, disposable items, food bags, etc. should be disposed of as per CPCB guidelines. These guidelines are available at www.cpcbenvis.nic.in. Treatment for patients with mild or asymptomatic COVID-19 cases in home isolation. Patient must be in communication with a treating physician and promptly report in case of any deterioration. Continue the medications of other comorbid illnesses after consulting the treating physician. Patients to follow symptomatic management for fever, running nose and cough as warranted. Patients may perform warm water gargles or take steam inhalation twice a day. If fever is not controlled with a maximum dose of tablet paracetamol 650 milligrams 4 times a day, consult the treating doctor who may consider advising other drugs like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, for example, tablet naproxen 250 milligrams twice a day. Consider to tablet ivermectin 200 micrograms per kg once a day to be taken empty stomach for 3 to 5 days. Inhalational budesonide given via inhalers with spacer at a dose of 800 micrograms twice daily for 5 to 7 days to be given if symptoms, fever and cough are persisted beyond 5 days of disease onset. The decision to administer remdesivir or any other investigational therapy must be taken by a medical professional and administered only in a hospital setting. Do not attempt to procure or administer remdesivir at home. Systemic oral steroids not indicated in mild disease. If symptoms persisted beyond 7 days, persistent fever, worsening cough, etc., consult the treating doctor for treatment with low-dose oral steroids. In case of falling oxygen saturation or shortness of breath, the person should require hospital admission and seek immediate consultation of their treating physician or surveillance team. When to seek medical attention? Patient or caregiver will keep monitoring their health. Immediate medical attention must be sought if serious signs or symptoms develop. These could include difficulty in breathing, dip in oxygen saturation, SpO2 less than 94% on room air, persistent pain, pressure in the chest, mental confusion or inability to arouse. When to discontinue home isolation? Patient under home isolation will stand discharged and end isolation after at least 10 days have passed from onset of symptoms and no fever for 3 days. There is no need for testing after the home isolation period is over. Thank you for watching the video, and I request you to like the video, make a comment, subscribe the channel and share the video for your well wishes. We always invite your valuable suggestions in the comment box. Thank you.